Thanks, Daphne. Now let's check in with Trisha Shirey for Backyard Basics.
Hi, I'm Trisha Shirey, and joining me today on Backyard Basics is Lara from Dripping Springs Garlic Queens. You and your partner, Jana Cora, started this business. Tell me why you got into garlic.
We really decided that garlic was something that nobody else was doing, and it was something that would do very, very well in the hill country. It's deer resistant.
Yay.
Yes, drought tolerant, and it takes 9 months. Kind of covers the whole winter, and you're good.
And who doesn't love good fresh garlic?
Absolutely.
So tell me when you plant your garlic.
We plant our garlic in October. That way it's ready in June. So you're not really getting into the hot months that the garlic doesn't like so much.
And how do you prepare your soil when you're going to be planting garlic?
We prepare our soil about a month in advance, heavy compost, mix it in with our existing beds, and that way there's a good nitrogen push. And with our garlic, what we're going to do is we soak it in seaweed and water the night before, after we've separated them.
Okay.
And then in the morning, you dump out your seaweed and water, put that in your compost pile to feed, and then you just rinse it through with rubbing alcohol.
And why do you do the rubbing alcohol?
The rubbing alcohol is going to take off any stain that the seaweed might have inundated the garlic with.
Because you want nice white garlic.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
And the seaweed just helps push it along, gives the roots a nice kickstart to get growing. Let's talk about the planting now. I noticed you have a little homemade tool to help you with the planting. Tell me about that.
So this is just a dowel, and it's really just to help with depth and distance between, just so that we can be fairly stationary. So with this, it's a 3-inch depth that you want to plant in. And what you're going to do is you're going to just take it and you're going to make a 3-inch hole. And then when you're done with that, you're going to take your garlic, and you always want the root side down.
Sure.
And so you're going to take that and you're going to pop it down there. And then you just lightly cover. So you don't want it right at the surface. And you want to make sure that you're only planting 1 clove at a time.
Right. And so with that, then you'd measure 5 inches over, make
Correct.
another hole. So that makes it really fast to plant a long row of garlic quickly.
Absolutely.
So what type of watering and fertilizing schedule do you use to grow great garlic?
So you would probably want to water once a week with soaker hoses, about 2 hours.
Okay.
Unless there's been a good rain. But you want a well-drained soil. You don't want the garlic to stay wet. And as far as fertilizing goes, you want to prep your soil really well, high nitrogen to begin with. And then if towards the end of the season it starts looking bad, you can add molasses, and that'll feed.
Okay. And then when are you harvesting, and how do you do that? How do you know when it's ready to harvest?
Typically you're going to harvest in June, and we harvest it in May. And you're going to know that it's ready when you have yellow leaves. The bottom leaves start yellowing, and you still have hopefully 5 to 6 green leaves that are viable.
Okay. And what are the varieties that you prefer to use?
We like Lore's, which is a hard neck artichoke, and also the turbans. So here I have redneck Janus and also Shilla. They have all performed very, very well.
And where do you get your varieties?
You can find them in local nurseries. You can also find places online. But you want to remember that most places online are not going to necessarily be selling to a Texas crowd.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, Ivy, for joining me on the program. For
pleasure.
Backyard Basics, I'm Trisha Shirey. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.